And we are live. Good evening, kayak anglers, Northeast Ohio. This is the captain's meeting for our April Online 2026. Woo! It's been 6 months since the Susky. I think we're all itching to get out there, and I saw some people catch some good fish over the weekend, so that was real cool. A couple 20s at an 18-inch smallie caught. This is gonna be fun. Before we get started, obviously we need to talk about our sponsors. Returning this year at the club level, we got Fishing Online. Sorry, I just got an officer message. Fishing Online's back again. You know, they've been with us since the beginning, super generous with us, awesome people there, ridiculously fast shipping, um, no copyrights, but it's ludicrous speed. If you get that reference, if you're old enough to get that reference. Hobie Eyewear is back for the second year. They got I'm told, super crystal clear lenses and floating frames. I was just talking to someone today who joined just to get that discount code and bought floating sunglasses because they lost 3 pairs last year. So that's not going to be happening this year, and they float. Kayak Cushion's back. I don't remember if they've been with us for the entire time or joined us a year or two in, but either way, those are just the most amazing cushions ever. You got a kayak that's a little uncomfortable, throw that seat in there, you're good to go for the entire day. You got a cushy, comfortable seat, throw that on there, and you're extra cushy, extra comfortable. Very cool. Bull Bay rods. This is their second year, third year. Awesome rods that we raffled off a bunch last year. The Anglers of the Year got a little custom Kayak Anglers AOY 2025 rod that they should be receiving here soon. So that's really cool. I know I had the raffle rod sitting in my garage all year last year. I kept going out there and going like, oh man, this feels nice. Oh no, this one feels really nice. So that's great. Yak Power, you know, they started as a Northeast Ohio sponsor. They went to the club level. Awesome stuff. The Yak Power battery box is something that I take with me on every single trip. Period. Kayak cushion, Yak Power battery box. Can't get that. A new one this year, the Trash Panda IDs. They have like the aluminum or tin like hard ID if you want to do like a wax marker on them or something to reuse them each year or each tournament. That way you're not worried about water getting to the paper IDs, which I left in my bag. Unprepared. I'm out of practice here. But they're back. There's members get a discount code on them. 412 Scared Fishless. You know, I missed them. They were at the JDM Expo a couple weeks ago. I did not get a chance to go this year, but last year I spent the entire day with them. They're awesome guys. Make some great plastics. The spinner baits are pretty killer. Other things that they do, really cool. Great people. They're local to I believe it's the Western PA area, so nice local guys. Suspends is back, and they are. What was the terminology I was told? They are all in all caps. Suspends is all in for us again this year. So that's cool. Awesome that they make the great carts, storage racks. They have like locking cables that go around the noses, and then you bolt them together. It's good stuff there. Catch products this year. We announced it earlier this year. We are going to the catch boards only. So they're back, a sponsor of ours, and they're available at Fishing Online. You can get them from the catch themselves. Just the best boards out there, the easiest to read from a judge standpoint. Woo Tungsten back again, never lost gears. Tethers. I got the phone tether. I got a new PFD this year. I'm excited to see how it's actually going to be in my pocket. I'm not going to have the tether flapping around. Pretty cool. Excited about that. Cross kicks. I know a number of guys last year bought cross kicks. The 40% member discount code is incredible. I mean, that's a huge discount. Dubro Fishing. You're looking for lures, accessories, mounting things, all that kind of stuff. They have that. They're also local to the Western PA Laurel Highlands area. Kitech back again. They've been with us since Northeast Ohio started. Everyone knows the swim baits they make, and then Boondocks. Boondocks is back. You got the groovy landing gear, mounting options, that sort of thing. Very cool that they're back with us once again. And then from a club level, we got Fisherman Central. They've been with us since Northeast Ohio started. Awesome people. They're giving us a grab bag of stuff we'll be raffling off all throughout the year. Kitech still listed there. Bell stores. Can't believe I didn't mention them first. And this is how out of practice I am. I don't have a delicious and refreshing Bell store spring water. So I'm feeling a little parched right now as I'm talking about it, but they are super generous to us, the Northeast Ohio Club. They really are very great to us. So when you're out pre-fishing, you need to stop for gas, snacks, delicious and refreshing spring water. They are awesome to us, so definitely be sure to stop with them. Buckeye Sports Center, if you're a Hobie guy or looking to become a Hobie guy, they're the people to go to. Like all things Hobie, they are pretty awesome to us as well. I believe we'll be doing a demo at one of our events this year. Those details are still being finalized, but yeah, they're great. Of course, Raccoon Creek Outfitters. Gosh, I worked 3 expos with Dustin and the RCO crew this winter, early spring, and it's always a great time. Dustin has this amazing ability to collect good people, and that starts with him and his wife Bobby, Justin, Brett, Isaiah, and then all the people that when they say, hey, we could use some hands, 12, 15, 18 people show up saying, how can I help? And they're all just awesome people. And then I mentioned Yak Power. They're with the club level, and then Venom Lures is no longer around, but Dustin Kearns was a good dude, supported us up until the end of Venom Lures. If you can still find any of the double turtleback spinner baits, they're become hard to find, but they're still very, very awesome lures. Yeah. With that out of the way, this is the captain's meeting for the April online, and we'll just go through the page here. So first event of the year, non-AOI. It's kind of like a preseason, get out, knock the rust off, catch some fish, generate some charity money, and maybe win some money. Universal IDs, we do have a link right here that brings up the ID page. This can be printed in color or black and white, as long as I know my lighting's not very good, but as long as you can clearly see that it's the 2026 identifier, black and white and color is fine, whatever you have access to. It's available on the TourneyX page. I believe that's through the app somehow. I haven't been able to figure that out, but it is uploaded there. It's on our Facebook group and our Discord server. ID code we'll do here at the end. The identifier has a initials square, and you must put in initials, and they must be visible in your submissions, and they have the ID code square. That's where the 3-digit code will go. Both the initials, 2 or 3 initials, and then the 3-digit code must be visible for all submissions. They are counted equally. Please pay attention to glare, your finger location. I don't want to DQ people for dumb things. So please pay attention to that. Pay attention to your submissions. The cool thing about this event is It's a full 30 days long, so you have time to learn, adjust, course correct, that sort of thing. The captain's meeting, here we are. This is a sunrise to sunset event. You may paddle in 30 minutes before sunrise as long as you have proper lights, visibility, that you're safe, you're following all laws, rules, regulations, that sort of thing. The 360 light, a flashlight, your phone flashlight does technically count, but probably isn't the most ideal. But just be safe. Lines in at sunrise, lines out at sunset. And we're using this chart here. If you click on this link here, it brings up this page, which is set to Akron. And these are the times here: sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, all the way down to where, where it's before 6:30 and after almost 8:30. So time gets longer as we go, about 2.5 minutes longer each day. So that's pretty cool to see. But these are the times we're going by. These are the times that your pictures must be taken. And that does show on the TourneyX page, so we will be following that. Anglers responsible for checking day and time. Anything outside these timelines will result in a submission disqualification, and repeated offenses may lead to the angler being disqualified from the event as a whole. Member price $35, non-member $50, and then the optional big bass side pot is $10. Thankfully, like all 13 people, we have everyone's either a member or paid the non-member fee. So thank you for following that. That made it easy for me today, checking everything. And then, so lines in 7:09 a.m. tomorrow. Lines out is 8:22 p.m. on the 30th, with submissions due by 9:30 p.m. that night. You got a full over an hour after lines out to get all your pictures in. And then available waters is based off of this link here. It takes you to this really, really rudimentary map, but it's basically you take 71 out of Columbus and 70 out of Columbus. That's all waters within that range, all public waters. And that includes, I know Hoover's around here and Alum Creek's around here somewhere. And then East-West Harbors up here and Middle Harbors, if that's not still drained. I don't remember if that got filled. And then all the way over to Pymatuming, and including the little candy cane hook that goes into PA. The entirety of Pymatuming's in play. All rivers, all lakes, all public waters in this more than 1/4 of the state. And I do list, including East-West Harbors and Sandusky, Alum, Hoover, and all of Pymatuming. Public access, no private access. No motors allowed without approved medical exemption provided in advance. I do not have any exemptions for the anglers so far. So we're going no motors period on this one so far. Event rules, we'll go over those real quick, but this link does take us to the Kayak Anglers website where the rules, and we are still working on a couple tweaks to the rules. No big changes, just a couple little tweaks that just need to be uploaded to it. Once those are done, I'll make an announcement in the Facebook page, but that'll start with the AOI events, our first event in the Erie event in May. So we'll make sure those are all made public to everyone before we do that. And then registration closes on April 5th at 10 p.m. That's Sunday. I want to give you the weekend because the weather has been very temperamental this last few weeks, including today. I keep hearing rumbles out there. They're trying to speed through this before the storm hits and I lose internet.
Just a reminder on that, though, real fast. If you are watching this and you are not signed up, any fish that are caught, photographed before you sign up are not permittable. So
Correct. So
just to touch base on that, you can't go out there and have a great Saturday and decide you want to hop in. So
correct. We do get emailed from TourneyX when people sign up. So I do get the sign up times from TourneyX. We'll compare that to the picture taken time. So we do check that. So please sign up before you go if you're going to be a member or take part in this event. And then the information subject to change. If anything changes, I will make a post, but it won't apply to this unless it is a safety or um, sportsmanship based change. Um, and we'll go over some of the rules here. So if you click this link, it does take you to the Kayak Anglers page. 18 or over, unless if you're under 18, you have to have a signed release. I do have releases for the few youth members we still have. If there's any new youth members that pop up, shoot me a message. We'll get the waiver to you to get signed so you can participate. Entry fee must be received prior. Non-members are required to pay the additional fee. Non-members are also not eligible for the AOI points. So that's something. You got the AOI points for the championship, the team challenge, angler of the year for the chapter. What else? We got the sponsor discount codes. Pretty cool this year. It's actually last year's Royal. It's Regional Ohio Yak Anglers League. I think what the last letter was there. The Regional Ohio Yak Anglers League. It's all the other the different clubs in Ohio. We get together, have this fun event. We've selected our team. I announced it a couple weeks ago. They'll be on Knox Lake out past Mansfield on April 12th. Going for that. We did win last year, so we're sending another team in this year to defend our title and hopefully bring home the championship again. So that would be pretty cool. It's just a little bragging rights between the other Ohio clubs that when I say we do have the best anglers, we're actually showing it as well. I feel that we are, and we're showing it. So that's pretty cool. We'll cheer them on. I'll make some more posts about that too as we get closer to that. Let's see. You cannot keep any bass during this event at any time, but you can keep other species as long as you follow all guidelines, rules, laws, state, federal, and local guidelines. So if you catch a walleye and you want to keep it, make sure it's a minimum size. All that. Catch some crappie, whatever. Must be caught from a kayak or canoe. We do allow wading. If you're on a river and you need to get out to walk around, please stay close to your boat. I know it's still cool at this time of year, so we don't have to worry too much about the live release of the fish, but keep your kayak close so you can get the picture, get them released, get a live release on them quickly. Artificial lures. If you catch a fish, it's one rod, one line. If you catch a fish, you can't make additional casts until you release the fish that you have in possession. If you do catch multiple fish on the same lure, which I still haven't had happen to me yet, you can submit both fish, but you can't make additional casts until both fish have been released. Only kayaks, single-person canoes, or SUPs are permitted. The Angler 360 and 360 Escape from Blue Sky are permitted. I don't know that anyone has those anymore. I think they kind of came and went pretty quickly. Human-powered only, paddle or pedals. Again, trolling motor must be pre-approved. If you have a medical exemption, please talk to me. We'll get that sorted. Blah 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 blah. You're allowed to launch from any public launch for this event. Off limits, fishing out of bounds, that sort of thing. If there's any signs that say no fishing in marina or no watercraft beyond this point, those are up. Please uphold those, follow those. And then yeah, catch boards only. And then there's some examples of fish submissions here. Facing left, the lip is touching the board. You can pinch the tail if you want. Make sure you leave the trailing number. So like this is 15 and a quarter, and you got the 16 visible there. So it's very clear it's a 15 and a quarter. This one, assuming the ID was in, like, I mean, this is where you need to pay attention to that the ID's been cut off. So pay attention to that. Nothing can cover the fish's eye or be under the gill. And then, yeah, the lips touching. Trolling I understand fat fingers happen, especially when your fingers are wet. So please pay attention to the numbers you're submitting. We will fix them if it's a simple mistake. If it's constant, continuous, always submitting a larger size, there could be possible repercussions after that. The tournament is set up to auto call, so you don't need to call yourself. If there's a better picture or something you want to submit, you can go in and manage your catch, delete the picture and submit the better picture, that sort of thing. Each submission must be in your kayak. If you are out wading, the picture must be taken in your kayak still. This one's a 5 fish limit, so your 5 longest fish, 12-inch minimum. Person with the highest score is the winner. In event of a tie in the big bass, it will be split between the ties, and a ties in the overall standings. We do work off the Tourney X default setting, so that'll be your second largest, third largest, fourth largest, fifth largest. If all 5 are the same size, then we'll have to figure out what to do at that point. Haven't seen that yet. And then rounding of fish length is down to the nearest 1/4 inch. Any mangled or irregular tail is measured to the longest point of the tail. Nothing's allowed in the mouth. Nothing can be used to hold the fish down except for your one hand. If a judging agreement can't be reached, then we'll take it to the board and figure that out. And then here's some more examples of fish submissions. This one would be good, except the ID's cut off. This one's facing the wrong way. This one's got the ID on the hand, which we don't allow. It must be on the identifier, plus the mouth's open, plus it's not touching the board. This one, mouth's open. This is one that pops up a lot here. The fence is cut off. Make sure the fence is visible here. You got the IDs in the picture, but the fence is cut off, so that would be a DQ. This one, then you got the fence in the picture, but then the ID's cut off. So again, DQ. Just pay attention to that. Pay attention to your submissions. Don't leave it up to the judge's discretion on it. Make sure it's plainly clear, blatantly obvious. And then this one, dead eye, missing eye, damaged eye. Take a video of it. Even if you're unsure, take a video of it starting on the board as you pick it up and you take it and you release it into the water and watch it swim away. That's the video that we need to show that this isn't some dead fish you found floating or had in a cooler overnight or anything like that. Just, if you're not even sure, and a lot of the people fishing the national trails, the Bassmaster and God, are there any others? Oh, KS. They take videos of every single fish that they catch, measure, and release. Just if they're just in the absolute chance that there's any questions. Oh no, here's a video right here. So especially if it's got the cloudy eye, damaged eye, missing eye, that sort of thing.
One thing to reiterate with that, I think Bob mentioned it, but the video is not just a release video, but it's a release from the board. We have to be able to see, like, yes, that length of that fish matches up with the video that you just sent us. Yes. It has to be identifiable. It's not just a release of the fish beside the kayak kind of thing. And then one thing to point out that we've had some trouble with in the past, just to help us as judges, but help yourself, kind of leaving no doubt. There's not a picture of this, but a lot of problems that we've had is making sure that you're taking a picture more over top of the fish and not from essentially like your chest or belly button, where we're not able to tell, is the mouth of that fish closed or not. We've had to, deduct or DQ some fish pretty frequently at the beginning of the year last year for that kind of thing. And we don't want to have to do that. Making sure that we can, the camera is over top of the fish and, or the picture is from over top the fish, and we can definitively see that that mouth is closed. And it's not more so the angle of the belly of the fish.
good point. And I'm looking to see if I don't have. I took a DQ for that 1 year, the bad angle on the fish, and I don't think I have that picture anymore. And that was, of course, in the KFS system, so I can't pull it up on TurnEX even. Um, well, this one wasn't in a tournament, and it's got the mouth open, but you can see like it's more at the belly of the fish as opposed to over top of it. So this is just a bad picture all around. Um, but that's one that I took that now. I mean, that was 7 years ago now. So I've obviously learned and gotten better. Um, this was before I got the DQ as well. That cost me a place and uh, a bunch of AOI points and all of that. So like this mouth is clearly open though. So I mean, this is a terrible picture altogether.
But it gives a good idea, like
Yeah.
the angle, like
Yes.
if that fish's mouth were to be closed and that angle's borderline, would we be able to definitively tell if that mouth was open or not?
Yeah. So try to get a little more over top, and you can see like all my pictures were bad like that. Yeah. So just like as Drew said, get more over top of the fish, straight on over top of it, as opposed to more of a belly shot. Please. I'll have to find my the one I took the DQ on. I'll post that one later. Let's see. I think that about covers it. I mean, everyone that's fishing this has fished our events before. A couple new guys. If you have questions or anything, please reach out to myself, Drew, Jay, Tyler, Eric. Reach out to one of us. We'll help you out, answer questions if you have anything. Got some more messages here. What's
one more thing to reiterate with the rules. It just because it was a point of emphasis a few times last year. Making sure that, obviously this month-long event, there may not be somebody out there to hold you accountable, but life jackets, making sure your life jackets are not only on, but that they are, if there's a buckle on it, they're buckled. If there's a zipper on it, they are zippered all the way up. Making sure that we can see that. Sorry, Richard, if you're watching.
Yeah, sorry.
We just want you guys safe. We want you safe. Too many horror stories. We don't want to be a part of those.
This one was missed by the judging, which happened to be myself. So yes, but make sure your PFDs are zipped all the way. If you're putting a jacket on, taking it off, which this was a rainy day. So take your life jacket off to put a jacket on. Make sure you put the life jacket back on, zip it all the way, fully buckle it. I made the mistake once. I won't do it again. We got any questions in chat? Anything? Adam Ross, Jeremy, Brandon, Ben. Got 7 people. I hate that it tells me there's 7 people. It doesn't tell me what's 7. If we don't have any questions, then I'll do the random number generator and we'll get moving. Finish prepping everything and get ready for sunrise tomorrow. I will be at work, but you guys can be out in the rain. I guess that's the other thing is safety. Be safe. This is a full month-long event. There's no reason to go out if the weather. I know tomorrow's gonna be kind of nuts, and I think I heard 30 degrees next week. Was that Tuesday? So there's no reason to rush out and put yourself in an unsafe situation. You got a full month long, and as we were talking on Discord earlier today, the last few weeks are the ones that were really when the fish move up and we really see the fireworks on the scoreboard. So yes, go out and get to an early lead, but Sorry, everyone's messaging me. All right. Whoever random number generator here, we got between 100 and 999. I'll click this button and we'll see what we get here. 313. And with that, if we don't have any other questions, then
Make sure your boating register or your kayak
Ooh.
registration's up to date and your fishing license.
And then it's not sitting here next to your computer instead of on your kayak. Thank you for the reminder.
I need to go get mine soon.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Be safe. Have fun. Catch some fish. See ya.